Hello everyone! I promised in a previous video clip to talk about the research paper, and here I am with a new video clip to talk about the basics of how to write a research paper. If you imagine that the knowledge accumulated by humans as a great wall, every research paper would be a small solid brick. Every researcher comes to put his brick on other bricks made previously by other researchers. And this is how the knowledge wall is built. From this example, you can see that the stability of your brick depends on the stability of the bricks under it. These bricks, or previous research papers, are called references. It is obvious here that the research paper gets stronger when it has stronger references. Now, in order to make the knowledge wall strong and stable, the scientific community has established some rules for the research paper to be accepted to make a part of this wall. That's why every research paper should be reviewed by at least 2 researchers, experts in the same domain of science, before it gets published. With all that said, we can conclude that 1. Every research paper should start by analyzing and studying the previous research papers. 2. Every research paper should be examined or reviewed by at least 2 scientists who represent the scientific community. 3. Every research paper, after it has been published, can be a future reference for the future research papers. So, first thing you need to do when you want to write a research paper is to read as many references as possible. After this short introduction, let's look at the definition of the research paper. A research paper is an essay resulted from the scientific research. It describes the research accurately in such a way that allows anyone capable of conducting the research again and obtain the same results. So let us examine this definition more slowly. A research paper is a special type of essay, a result of a research, describes the research accurately. The thing is that the scientific society cannot depend only on the honesty of the researcher. When you write an essay, people can believe you or not. But when it comes to research paper, you have to convince the scientific society that you are telling the truth. So you need an evidence, you need a proof that your findings are correct. The proof should be within your research paper. The logic is simple. If anyone conducted the same research, should arrive to the same results and same findings. Maybe you are wondering now, how can I do that? Simple. Show me the start point, describe the route precisely, and show me the end point. The start point is what other researchers found, the things that we consider absolutely true. In the research paper, these known as the references. The route is the precise indications and description of your experiment, i.e., the accurate explanation which anybody can follow to arrive to the same conclusions. In the research paper, this includes describing everything you used in your research, like theoretical base, equations, apparatus, detailed properties, methods, programs, research subjects, etc. The end point is the results of your research. In the research paper, these known as the conclusions. So a programmer can see the research paper in the following way. We have input data, we write execution code, and that will give us output data. In the research paper, the input is represented by the current situation and reliable references. The execution code is represented by theoretical data, methods, tools, apparatus, and experiment. The output is represented by the results of the research, the conclusions, and the findings. On the other hand, a civil engineer who constructs bridges and buildings will see the research paper in the following way. We have foundations or the base. We construct walls and support columns by using materials and tools. And we will get a bridge or a building. In the research paper, these are represented like this. After this introduction, I think all of us will agree that a research paper should have the following sections. Introduction, which includes state of art or the current situation. The body, which includes experiment description, tools description, theoretical data, methods, etc. Conclusions, which include results and findings, and references. Until now, we see how we developed a simple example of the science wall to a definition of the research paper, which we developed further to have this form of the research paper. Now we can take this form of the research paper one step further to arrive at the general structure of the research paper. We start with the title, then we give a clue about the content of the paper in what we call abstract. Then comes the introduction, then the body, followed by the conclusions. In the end, we add the references. Every research paper should include all of these essential items in this order. One item missed means it is not a research paper anymore. Maybe I will explain each of these items in a future video. At this point, I think you started to grasp a clear idea about the basics of the research paper. But what about the publication? This subject needs to be treated in a separate video. But for now, I will give you a hint. Every research paper passes through these stages before it gets eventually published. 1. Idea. 2. Application. 3. Writing. 4. Consulting. 5. Sending for approval, and finally, publication. That's all for today. You have just watched the introductory part of how to write a research paper. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye.